Listen up, you lot.
You think you're a tough gourmand? You wouldn't last 2 minutes in my kitchen if you're squeamish about a few creepy crawlies.
We're about to deep dive into a world where flavor gets real and 6 legs is just the beginning.
Fried, powdered, dipped in chocolate, you name it, we've got it.
Get ready to ditch the crisps and grab your nets because these top 10 edible bugs are about to crawl their way into your snack repertoire. First up, we've got crickets.
Honestly, these little guys are practically begging to be roasted with some chili and lime.
They're tired of chirping away in the shadows. They're ready to cricket their way into the snack scene.
And let me tell you, they're packed with protein. More than you get from your precious chicken nuggets, you hear me?
Don't even try to tell me you wouldn't scoff down a handful of these bad boys after a hard day's work.
Get this, in some cultures, crickets are considered a delicacy.
Yeah, you heard me right. They're like the Wagyu beef of the insect world.
So next time you're feeling adventurous, ditch the prawn crackers and give crickets a go. You might just find yourself chirping their praises all the way to the pantry.
Now, how about we spice things up a bit?
Imagine these crunchy critters tossed in a fiery chili powder with a squeeze of zesty lime. Or picture this, a big bowl of steaming noodles fragrant with ginger and garlic, and topped with, you guessed it, a generous sprinkle of roasted crickets.
Don't knock it till you try it.
And don't even get me started on cricket flour. It's like the magic ingredient you never knew you needed.
Next up, it's mealworms, and don't you dare turn your nose up. These little wrigglers are packed with nutrients and are about to wiggle their way right into your kitchen.
Think of them as the gateway bug, the one that'll have you wondering why you haven't been eating insects all your life.
Now I know what you're thinking. Mealworms? Really, chef? But trust me on this one.
These little guys are like blank canvases just begging for some flavor.
Roast them with a touch of salt and pepper for a simple yet satisfying snack. Or get creative and toss them in your favorite spices.
And if you're feeling really adventurous, why not try them dipped in chocolate?
Don't look at me like that. Chocolate makes everything better, and mealworms are no exception.
The sweetness of the chocolate combined with the nutty flavor of the mealworms is a match made in heaven, I tell you.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Mealworms can also be ground into a fine powder, adding a nutritional punch to your smoothies, soups, and even baked goods.
Don't worry, you won't even know they're there.
Hold on to your hats because we're about to jump into the wonderful world of grasshoppers. These bad boys are practically bursting with flavor, just waiting to hop into your next culinary adventure.
And let's be honest, they're a lot more appetizing than those greasy potato chips you're always munching on.
Now, I've heard all the excuses. They're too crunchy, they look strange. Listen, you haven't lived until you've tasted a perfectly cooked grasshopper.
They've got this incredible texture, a satisfying crunch that'll have you hooked from the first bite.
Imagine this. You're sitting on your patio, the sun is setting, and you've got a plate of sizzling garlic and herb grasshoppers in front of you.
Each bite is an explosion of flavor, the perfect blend of savory and aromatic.
Tell me that doesn't sound like a culinary masterpiece.
Or picture this. You're at your local pub, enjoying a pint with your mates, and instead of the usual boring bar snacks, you're digging into a bowl of spicy chili grasshoppers.
The heat hits you first, followed by a wave of flavor that'll have you reaching for more.
Trust me, these grasshoppers are a danger.
Ants. Don't even think about squirming. These little workers are about to march into your meals and show you what real flavor is all about. Forget that sugary rubbish you call dessert. Ants bring a tangy, citrusy punch that'll wake up your palate. In some parts of the world, ants are considered a delicacy, a true testament to their unique and delicious flavor. They can be enjoyed roasted, fried, or even ground into a fine powder to add a zesty kick to your dishes. Imagine this. You're at a fancy restaurant, perusing the dessert menu, and you stumble upon a dish called chocolate-covered ants with a lemon zest. Intrigued, you take the plunge and order it. When the dish arrives, you're met with a work of art, rich, dark chocolate generously studded with glistening black ants, finished with a delicate sprinkle of lemon zest. One bite and you're hooked. The unexpected tanginess of the ants combined with the sweetness of the chocolate and the refreshing citrus aroma is a symphony of flavors that dances on your tongue. But ants aren't just for fancy desserts. They can also add a unique twist to your everyday meals. Sprinkle some toasted ants over your salad for a tangy crunch, or add them to your guacamole for an unexpected burst of flavor. Trust me, once you go ant, you'll never go back.
Get ready for a taste of luxury, because silkworms are here to silk their way into your diet. Don't be fooled by their humble appearance. These little guys are packed with protein and have a delicate, slightly sweet flavor that'll have you hooked.
Now I know what you're thinking. Silkworms, but they make silk. And you're right, they do. But these little critters are also a sustainable and delicious food source. In many cultures, silkworms are considered a delicacy, enjoyed in a variety of dishes. Imagine this. You're traveling through Southeast Asia, exploring bustling markets filled with exotic sights and smells. You come across a street vendor selling steaming bowls of something called silkworm soup. Intrigued, you decide to give it a try. The soup is light and flavorful, with the silkworms adding a delicate sweetness and a unique texture. It's unlike anything you've ever tasted before, and you find yourself craving more. But silkworms aren't just for exotic soups. They can also be enjoyed in simpler preparations. Try them stir-fried with your favorite vegetables and a dash of soy sauce for a quick and nutritious meal. Or, if you're feeling adventurous, try them deep-fried until crispy and enjoy them as a snack.
Listen up, you lot. Cicadas, these little guys know how to make an entrance. After years spent underground, they're emerging as a crunchy favorite, ready to take the culinary world by storm. Forget your boring old potato chips. Cicadas are here to bring the noise and the flavor. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cicadas? Those noisy things that drive me crazy in the summer? Yes, those cicadas. But before you turn your nose up, let me tell you, these little guys are a culinary delicacy in many parts of the world. They've got this incredible nutty flavor, and when cooked right, they're crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Imagine this. You're at a summer barbecue, the grill is fired up, and the air is filled with the smell of burgers and hot dogs. But wait, what's that sizzling on the side? It's a big plate of chili lime cicadas, their crispy little bodies coated in a tangy, spicy rub. You grab one, take a bite, and boom. The crunch is unbelievable. The flavor is out of this world, and suddenly those burgers and hot dogs are looking pretty boring. But cicadas aren't just for barbecues. They can be enjoyed in so many ways. Try them roasted with a sprinkle of salt and pepper for a simple yet satisfying snack. Or get adventurous and toss them in your favorite spices. Trust me, cicadas are the versatile ingredient you've been waiting for.
Beetles. Don't even think about bugging out on me now. These little critters are about to crawl into your kitchen and show you what diverse culinary experiences are all about. From crunchy snacks to savory stews, beetles are ready to beetle their way into your heart and your stomach. Now, I know what you're thinking. Beetles, really, chef? But trust me on this one. Beetles are a sustainable and nutritious food source, packed with protein and essential nutrients. Plus, they come in a variety of shapes and sizes, each with its own unique flavor profile. Imagine this. You're exploring the Amazon rainforest, surrounded by lush greenery and exotic creatures. Your guide, a seasoned adventurer, points to a cluster of palm trees and says, "That's where we'll find the palm weevil larvae." Intrigued, you follow him and watch as he carefully extracts the plump, white larvae from the tree trunks. These larvae, he explains, are a prized delicacy, often eaten raw or roasted over an open fire. You take a deep breath and pop one into your mouth. The flavor is rich and nutty, with a creamy texture that surprises you. It's an unforgettable taste of the Amazon. But beetles aren't just for adventurous eaters. They can also be enjoyed in more familiar dishes. In many parts of the world, beetles are ground into a fine powder and used as a protein-rich flour for baking. So next time you're feeling adventurous, why not try a beetle brownie or a cricket cookie? You might just be surprised at how delicious they are.
Hold onto your taste buds, because waxworms are about to take you on a wild ride. These little guys are like nature's butter, rich, creamy, and oh so delicious. They're the perfect snack to have you waxing poetic about the wonders of edible insects. Now, I know what you're thinking. Waxworms? Those things that eat wax? Yes, those waxworms. But before you turn your nose up, let me tell you, these little guys are a culinary delicacy in many parts of the world. They're packed with nutrients and have a unique, slightly sweet flavor that's hard to resist. Imagine this. You're at a fancy cocktail party, sipping on champagne and mingling with the who's who of the culinary world. You spot a waiter carrying a silver platter piled high with golden brown crispy snacks. Intrigued, You grab one and take a bite. The flavor is incredible. A perfect balance of savory and sweet, with a satisfying crunch that gives way to a creamy melt-in-your-mouth texture. You ask the waiter what these delectable treats are, and he replies, "Why, those are our famous Parmesan-crusted waxworms." But waxworms aren't just for fancy parties. They're incredibly versatile and can be enjoyed in countless ways. Try them roasted with a sprinkle of salt and pepper for a simple yet satisfying snack, or get creative and toss them in your favorite spices. Trust me, waxworms are the perfect ingredient to elevate your culinary game.
Get ready for a culinary revolution, because termites are here to prove that even the smallest creatures can pack a flavorful punch. These little builders are about to termite-nate your preconceived notions about edible insects and build a foundation in gourmet snacks. Now I know what you're thinking. Termites? Those things that eat my house? Yes, those termites. But before you reach for the bug spray, let me tell you, these little guys are a sustainable and surprisingly delicious food source. They're packed with protein and have a unique, earthy flavor that's surprisingly addictive. Imagine this. You're exploring the African savanna, the sun beating down on you as you trek through the tall grass. Your guide, a local tribesman, stops suddenly and points to a termite mound. "Lunchtime," he says with a grin. He carefully breaks open the mound, revealing a writhing mass of termites. He scoops up a handful and offers them to you. Hesitantly, you take a few and pop them into your mouth. The flavor is unexpected, nutty, earthy, and slightly smoky. It's a taste of the savanna, a reminder that nature provides even in the most unexpected places. But termites aren't just for adventurous eaters. They can be enjoyed in a variety of ways. In many cultures, termites are roasted or fried and eaten as a crunchy snack. They can also be ground into a powder and used as a flavorful addition to soups, stews, and sauces.
Hold on to your hats, because we're about to enter the enchanting world of butterfly larvae. These little caterpillars are not just about to transform into beautiful butterflies. They're also fluttering into the spotlight as a sustainable and delicious snack.
Forget your boring old chips and dips. Butterfly larvae are here to bring a touch of elegance to your snacking game. Now I know what you're thinking, butterfly larvae? But they're so caterpillary. And you're right, they are. But don't let their appearance fool you. Butterfly larvae are a culinary delicacy in many parts of the world, prized for their delicate flavor and impressive nutritional value. Imagine this. You're dining at a Michelin-starred restaurant, the air thick with anticipation. The waiter presents you with a dish that looks like a work of art, a bed of creamy polenta topped with delicately sautéed butterfly larvae, their vibrant green hues popping against the golden backdrop. You take a bite and are blown away by the explosion of flavors, the sweetness of the larvae, the earthiness of the polenta, and the subtle hint of herbs. It's a culinary masterpiece that celebrates the beauty and bounty of nature. But butterfly larvae aren't just for fancy restaurants. They can be enjoyed in countless ways. Try them sautéed with garlic and butter for a simple yet elegant appetizer. Or get adventurous and add them to your next stir-fry for a boost of flavor and nutrition.
So there you have it, you lot. Clucky and Henrietta's top 10 edible bugs that might just have you ditching the crisps and grabbing a net.
Remember, these are just a few of the many edible insects out there, just waiting to be discovered by adventurous eaters like you. So open your minds and your mouths and get ready for a culinary adventure. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our quirky top 10 lists from Clucky and Henrietta's Coop Adventures. We've got plenty more surprises in store for you, from the weird and wonderful to the downright delicious. Until next time, get out there and try something new. You never know, you might just discover your new favorite food.